Hi guys, welcome back. It's your girl Janelle Veronica. It's another makeup video. The vibe for today's makeup is a nice sunset vibe. The eye look is so cute. As you can see, it's a nice yellowy mustard on the lid. There's a pop of color, but it's not too overwhelming. It's cute, it's subtle, it's feminine, and it's very sexy. Okay, so that's the vibe for today. Went in with some coral blush to match the eyes and kept the lip very simple. So I'm just going to jump ahead. I'll be barefaced and ready to put some makeup on. Hi guys, welcome back. I've already introed the video, so we're just going to jump right into the makeup. I'm going to begin with a little bit of skin prep just to rehydrate the face. I absolutely love the Advanced Clinicals Collagen and Rosewater. It's a Plump and Glow facial mist. This is what it looks like. I'm just going to go in with this first. Feels so good on the skin. While that settles in, I'm just going to quickly go in with a little bit of eye cream. This is the Beauty Formula's Restoring Eye Cream with Coenzyme Q10. And this is supposed to smooth and refine. I like going in with an eye cream because it keeps the under eye nice and hydrated. And I find my concealer does not look dry and cakey when I go in with an eye cream. This is the CeraVe AM Facial Moisturizing Lotion that I'm going to go in with now. This one has SPF 30. Now that the skin is nice and moisturized and rehydrated, I'm going to go in with primer. For primer, I'm going to go in with my Milk Makeup Pore Eclipse Mattifying Primer. I like this primer because it mattifies, but it also fills the pores in so that you have a smoother application of the makeup. And I don't know about you, but I can always use help with my pores. So something that's just going to fill them and smooth the skin out. I'm going to go in with my NARS Soft Matte Foundation today. The shade I use is Marquises, which is medium deep 5. I really hope that this still matches me because I've been in the sun and I have a little bit of a tan. So if it does not match me perfectly, please don't say anything. I'll correct it with like my contour and my bronzer. So we're just going to ignore that. I know it's definitely not going to match my forehead. To blend that out, I'm going in with my Morphe M439 foundation blending brush. I'm just going to pounce that into the skin. Alright, so the shade match isn't that bad. It's not too bad. I'm just going to go in with a sponge and just quickly go over that to pick up any excess product. I'm just going in with my Fenty Matte Stick in Espresso to do some contouring, to bring some dimension back to the face. Also to contour the nose as well. Now we work it back into the hairline. And we push the cheekbones upwards. So I normally just blend and flick the cheekbones upwards. I'm going to go, now that we're all blended out with that contour, I'm going to go in with some liquid blush. This is the Palladio liquid blush in the shade Sunny Coral. It's a nice, as the name says, it's a nice coral blush. These blushes are very like buildable. It's not too intense, so they're very beginner friendly. Alright, so that's very subtle on the skin. I'm probably going with a second layer just to build it up some more. As I said, they're very buildable. For my concealer today, I'm going in with the Too Faced Born This Way concealer in the shade Butterscotch. I love butterscotch on my complexion because it conceals and highlights at the same time. It's bright enough to highlight, so you don't have to go in with like a second concealer to highlight. This just gets the job done in one concealer, down the nose, on the forehead, just a little bit. I'm just letting that concealer dry down a little bit so that we get fuller coverage. And when we blend it, it stays exactly where we are blending it. It doesn't go all over the place. Now going in with the Real Techniques 402 brush, I'm going to start at my chin in nice pattern motions, making sure to get the edges. Starting around the edges of the under eye. Start to blend right where that blush meets the concealer. That's where I start to blend first before I go directly under the eye. Alright, so that's all the blending I'm going to do with the brush under the eye. I'm going to go in with a sponge. After, I like the combination of using brushes and sponges. I find I get the most flawless finish when I go in with both tools. I'm going to switch to an even more detailed brush. This is a Nicka K concealer brush. As you can see, it's shaped like a fingertip. And I use this to blend my nose concealer out, my nose highlight. I'm just going to go in with a sponge now under the eye. Just going to go back in with that nose contour brush. To set the concealer down, I'm going in with my One Size setting powder. This one is in the shade Sweet Honey. I'm going in with the Sweet Honey powder. I'm going to use a brown puff today. I feel like using a brown puff. Just going to dip into that powder. Pick up some of it. Just massage it into the back of my hand so that the sponge is evenly coated with the powder. And go in and set. I work in nice thin layers with the setting powder. Ooh, the under eyes are looking so nice. The combination of the Too Faced concealer with the One Size setting powder. Chef's kiss. I'm just going to quickly set down all of the other areas that I went in with the concealer. So like on the chin, forehead, above the lip, and we have to set down the bridge of the nose. I'm just going to do a little bit of baking today. Nice. Now to set the rest of my face, I'm going to go in with my Fenty powder in the shade 450. And this is a BH Cosmetics #1 brush that I'm going in with. Because that soft matte foundation is a matte foundation, you don't need to go too heavy or going with too much powder to make the complexion look cakey. I'm going to bronze now with my NARS Laguna in 07. And this is an Ashley Lee P04 brush that I'm going in with. So right where we went in with that contour, we're just going over that with the bronzer. Also going to go in with that bronzer. And set the nose contour down. Guys, so I did my brows quickly off camera just to save a little bit of time. I'm going to go with my bronzer now and put a nice cute eye look together. But I'm going to start by going in with that same NARS bronzer on a Morphe M434 brush. I'm just going to run that through the crease. Just to give the crease a little bit of definition. On the outer V of the eye as well. I'm just going to drag it out. I'm still baking, so we're going to look a little powdery under the eye. But just remember, I'm still baking. I'm going to dust that off quickly. As soon as I'm finished with my eyes, I'm going to dust that off. Alright, for the lid, there's this pretty yellow shimmer in the Juvia's Place Nomad, the Nomad palette by Juvia's Place. So I'm just going to go in to this shade on a flat shader brush, and I'm going to apply that on the lid of the eye. I'm just going in pattern motions and building that color up. I want the eyes to look nice and summery, almost giving like sunset vibes to the eyes. Okay, so I think that looks nice and cute. Alright, so I'm happy with that. It looks like a little bit like mustard, like a mustard color. In the palette, in the pan, there's a little bit of shimmer, but it looks matte on the eye. I'm not mad at that. I'm just going to do my lower lash line, going in with some of that same bronzer. I'm just going to smoke out the lower lash line. I'm just going to dust that bake away. I'm going to pat it in. Just going in with a little bit of Maybelline Sky High Mascara. For lash glue, I'm using my Duo Lash Glue. Alright guys, so lashes are on, and for some reason this eye is just watering today. It's not doing what it's supposed to do, so we're going to focus on this eye and just ignore this eye. The lashes that I have on are just a pair of Eyelure 3/4 lash. I wanted something where you can still see that yellow or that mustard color peeping through and nothing too overpowering on the eye. I'm going to go in with blush. This is the Sephora Colorful Blush in the shade or the color called Fascinated. It's a nice orangey blush. I'm just going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Satin Spray just to melt all of those powders. To melt everything together on the face, I'm just going to go in with a finishing powder. This is the Black Opal Soft Velvet Finishing Powder. This one is in the shade 600 Dark. You only need a little bit of it on like a powder brush. So just dip in, shake the excess off, going and smooth everything out. I'm going to keep your lips very simple. Just going to go in with my Morphe lip liner in the shade Trendsetter. It's a brown, a dark brown. Ooh, this is the wrong, that's the wrong liner. This is Night Moth by MAC. This is a plum, which I don't want. I'm just going to go in with my NARS gloss in the shade Nympho. Over the top of that, I'm going to go in with another gloss. This is the Maybelline Lifter Gloss in the shade number 007 Amber. Yeah, I prefer this one. Alright guys, and this is the final makeup look. My nice sunset vibes for the summer. I wanted something summer, but my vibe for this summer is going in with a little bit of color, but nothing that's too overpowering. A nice subtle pop of color. That's my vibe. I guess as I'm getting older, I realize I don't want to go in with like pink or like blue in my crease and then green on the lids. And not that I don't like that style of makeup. There's a place for every style of makeup, and I used to do that, and I think that it looks very, very good. It's very creative. Takes a lot of time, but it's very creative, and it looks very cute when I see the girls on TikTok doing it. But for me personally, I just like a nice simple eye look, something that's nice and simple to get through. So I hope you guys like the makeup. If you do, drop me a comment. Ignore this eye. This eye over here is perfect. It is nicely on the eyes, look nice and everything. But this eye, for some reason, this eye was watering today, and I really couldn't do anything about it. But hey ho, we're not going to complain. We're just going to move. So thank you so much for hanging out with me for yet another video. Hope you had a very relaxing time. Save the video if you're going to recreate the look. Make sure that you give the video a like, a thumbs up. Make sure you drop me a comment. I want y'all guys to start dropping me some comments. Let me know what you like about the makeup. If you like the lip combo, tell me what products or foundation you've been loving. I've been loving the soft matte. I normally pull out the soft matte foundation during the summertime. So just let me know you can let me know what's your go-to foundation or like skin tint for the summertime. Okay, so until next time, I want you to have a fabulous day. Be fantastic wherever you are in the world. And I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.